Community challenges require community cooperation. If you want to better the world, you need to question usual process in unusual circumstances and times.
What is it about this park that you like to come here so much and sit down?
It's peaceful. I definitely don't like seeing the garbage. However, I do like the fact that you have your local vendors, that you have the stores accessible to us at all times, and you can look and walk behind in the park, so you have the park close, the parkway.
Litter, trash, call it whatever you want, affects our public health. That's what the experts say. Littering is part of our environment and has been for a long time. It carries germs, and rats are carriers of diseases that make people ill as they lay their droppings that we breathe in as pets and children play on the ground. Streets, sidewalks, parks, playgrounds are mostly covered with food wrappers in containers, soft drinks, and water bottles. Littering attracts more littering. People automatically drop litter where there is litter. They place it there as though it's a litter spot. Almost all of us litter in one way or another. Either we see litter and pass it up, or we add to it. Litter is something we learn from others and unconsciously pass it on to our children. Litter is not just an ugly or an aesthetic problem. It has serious environmental consequences. It ends up in our oceans. In this community, it affects our emotions and mental health. Let's call it deranged litter syndrome. If this were a real diagnosis, one can say that the place with litter feels out of order, unbalanced, and promotes a feeling of frenzy, confusion, overwhelmed, and even sad or down. This short documentary is how community cleanups in an urban park under the MTA inspired a mural that
My name is Cirio Garino, and I am the gag enforcer for Garinos Against Graffiti. It's a family-owned business that removes vandalized graffiti off of buildings and storefronts and street furniture. If you're going to put up a mural, you will most likely have more people being less wanting to trash an area because they feel more comfortable and they feel a lot of love when they see beautiful things in their neighborhood.
under MTA Mashalou Parkway Station in the Bronx is this little gem of a park area with many benches where neighborhood regulars come here, converse to whoever will listen. 2 years ago, I was the listener. Young man in his elder years, maybe a veteran, shared with me his routine of sitting outside, appreciating nature, taking in city life, and hearing that 4 train go by. Afterwards, he would go upstairs and feed the fish. It was his pastime at home. He described his fish, the pirate ship, and Mermaid. It was a nice, simple conversation. There is a pet shop that sells aquariums in the neighborhood. I could see many residents having one. Which got us thinking, in unusual times like these, currently we are going through a pandemic, and on top of the garbage and public health in this area, bringing a bigger than life aquarium up on a mural of ocean colors on a dirty wall that's visited by rats and tons of litter, this could be a colorful creative distraction that mobilizes community into environmental action. A mural here can be appreciated by everyone. The group got to work on it right away and proposed the aquarium project to Parks New York City Department of Arts and Antiquities. The ball dropped. We found out MTA is responsible for the wall facing park property. We reached out to MTA Arts and Design, advised by a group member, confident of getting an approval and just needed a confirmation letter out of formality. Never once thought we would have an issue with beautifying a pissed-on, litter-infested low wall that doesn't even face the station. How wrong were we? "21 back and forth emails between our grassroots organization, the agency, and other community members all stem from one email. Dear Elizabeth, it starts, and then goes on about the usual process of artist selection, how it's advertised publicly, and continues to say how this usual process has led to consistent and equitable determinations of art throughout their system. I respect this process. I respect artists. I get it. I have artist friends that go through this process, and it's fair between them. But they are on highly visible platforms and spaces for all the public, for commuters. The artist is the star and should be for everything they put into it. Of course, there is the public relations statement, impact of ridership revenues, 4 year, $16 billion deficit, financial crisis due to COVID-19. Our aim is to be fair to all of our communities by assuring a uniform process. If situations improves, you can submit a proposal. After 4 years, are you kidding me? What is the cost of the MTA for us to, for a mural to be put on a back wall of a station?
I guess what I was alluding to, the cost would be we have to have, what we would want to do is have a program to cover the entire city.
I see. So this has
We don't want to do this as a one-off.
this film will not end seeing the mermaid on the wall. It will continue to question usual processes for uncharted times. With COVID-19 still in our backyard, it is not a time to stop community development project that strengthens hope. The Aquarium Project mural is a way of taking a step to solve an environmental problem and create an environment for change. If you want to change the world, you have to change with it.